there are some lights on around here. I'm sure that's generator power keeping some of these lights on, but it might be a while before some people in South Tampa and other areas, certainly of the community, have their power restored. So you can just tell by looking at this wind, some of these gusts are incredibly intense. And like I said, we are in a shielded position to make sure that nothing blows.
All right, what's going on, everybody? So, wanted to post a follow-up. First off, thank you to everybody that has been reaching out, messaging me on Facebook, Instagram, texting me, whatever it may be. I'm just checking in to see how we are. We're good. We are good. There were some points last night where I did not think we were gonna be as good as we were. It got crazy here. It was brutal. Our area got roughed up pretty good. Thankfully, our house was okay. We decided, I guess let me back up. So Milton ended up being a category 5 by the time it was like nearing the coast. We decided Tuesday night at the 11 o'clock news update, we decided that we were going to leave and go back to our old house, which is Morgan's parents' house. That's the house we used to live in. And so the V was already on the trailer, and we ended up, I threw the straps on it, I uncovered it, I just backed the truck up, hooked it up. We threw the one generator, the big generator, on the trailer. Then we threw my little guy in the Escalade. We packed up all of the food that we had in our fridges and in the coolers, and we brought all of our cases of water and everything. And we hit the road at like 1:30 in the morning and got to their house around 3:30-ish. Went to bed at 4 o'clock yesterday morning. Woke up. We had a regular day yesterday. You know, winds were starting to pick up, rain was starting to pick up. And then by last night, that's when things kind of started getting interesting. And up until around 8 o'clock, where we lost power down at our house here. So we lost access to our cameras. And by that point, who knows? Who knows what the result was going to be at the end of it all. So we weathered the storm up there. When we woke up, thankfully, we had to do some cleanup up there out in the yard. There was a little bit of damage, but we got that all straightened out. The house up there at least has power, or the old house has power, and we just lost internet there. So we figured we'll come down to our house as soon as we could. So we left this morning, we got down here this afternoon, and I was expecting the worst. I didn't know what to expect. Driving up, you know, there was down trees, down power wires, water still flooding roads. So it was interesting getting here, but once we got here, walked around the house, we had to do some cleanup out in the yard, branches, trash, just things out from who knows where, and everything seemed to be good. So I was relieved. We were happy about that. Also, before we left, we moved this thing over, because in the last video I mentioned the wind typically comes this direction. So I parked the Trailblazer right here where the trailer usually goes. I tucked it back behind the house, and I think that kind of protected it a lot from the wind. Only the weird thing, so it's on a pretty good angle. It was on a pretty good angle, and the weirdest thing was, I guess, the wind blowing so hard it was blowing water during the rains off the roof. And now we've had this for 2 or 3 weeks now, 3 weeks I guess now, and it's rained a lot in those 3 weeks. So, and we haven't had any issues with anything leaking, but the floor mat, and this thing's filthy now on the outside, and it was a little wet down here on the floor this morning, which we thought was weird, but I was like, it had to be something between the winds and the rain and like the wind blowing up into the window channel and just like forcing water in places, because it was also weird because there's like moisture right here on the door panel. So somewhere around the window, or I mean, unfortunately everything is dry at this point, but I'm wondering if it could have been the door seal here. I don't know, but I'm just gonna attribute that to a freak scenario due to the winds and the rain and how it was positioned, because we have not had any moisture issues with this since we bought it. So we're just gonna pretend that it didn't happen once it dried out. I also had to put on my wheels in here because I had to pull them all off the trailer to put the generator in. So we threw all the wheels back here. Gotta get those out. We got the little Jenny running. Right now we're just powering fridges and some lamps and fans inside because we don't have air conditioning. But we wanted to get our fridge and freezer cooled back down so that when we leave again, should be all right. We'll probably bring more stuff up with us. All in all, though, I think we made out very well. The hurricane shutters did their job. I'm sure, I mean, from what we could see on the cameras, it got pretty nasty here up until we couldn't see anymore. So it's all part of the game. But hopefully we get power and internet back soon. I have no indication on when that'll be. I mean, the lines going to the house are still hanging here, so it's an issue somewhere else. So hopefully that gets rectified sooner than later, and then we can come back here and get back to work, because not tomorrow, but next Friday, we are leaving for Fuel Fest in Atlanta. So we got to get some stuff ready for that and prepped, and never a dull moment. It's been hectic. It's been a hectic couple days. I'm exhausted. We're both, Morgan and I, are running on like maybe 2 hours of sleep a night here. So it's been rough, but thankfully we're good. The house held up. They must have built it well. And yeah, we'll call it there. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for checking in. It was a heck of a storm. We made it through, but now we just got to do our little cleanups and break down the storm shutters and all that. So thank you guys. Hopefully the next video will be a car video. I want to show this thing to you. This thing's sweet. So we'll try and get something made up maybe later this weekend if we get it back, if we get back down here. And but otherwise, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.